What's up guys, welcome back to another awesome episode of the Database Management video series. Today we have question number 30 of the Database Management video series. Let's go check it out what we have. So this is question number 30. So as you all know, if you have been in touch with our channel, you know that question number 30 is actually part 14 of main question number 16 of the Database Management video series. So if you haven't watched that video, you can go ahead and watch it out. I have left the video link in the description below, so you can go ahead and check it out. So today we have question number 30, that is part 14 of question number 16. So let's tackle the questions one by one. We have 6 questions in main number 30. So there are small questions, so they are very easy, but with the introduction of new concepts in SQLs, I will answer the questions. So I'll use, as usually, I'll use my HDSQL software to execute the queries. So from the first question, just mark it here. Okay, my first question is, find the number of letters in the full name of students in grade 11. So in the database we only registered the names of students of grade 11, so we don't have to filter anything about the grade 11 students, so because all are from grade 11. But here they are asking us to count the number of letters. So there you have a new SQL function that I have to explain, actually two. So I am supposed to first find the full name of the student, so that is in the student table. So what I am going to do is, I am going to select all from, as you guys know, the database is exam_marks_db_final. So write that. So I have the student table, I need the student table. So once you run this, you get the index number, the first name, last name, gender, contact number, and also the class ID. So what I am going to do is, I am going to select only these first name and last name. So just select out the last name and first name, then the last name. So first name, then the last name, then the last name. So once I run this, I get the first and last names. Now if I want to count these, first I have to join these two, join the values in these first name and last name. For example, for the first entry, that is Salun Vijayaratna, I have to first join these two values in order to count the first name and the last name letters. So what I am going to do is, I have a function called concat, which means you can combine the values which are coming from both the two columns. So once I run this, I get concat first name, last name as the combination of all these. Next, I have a function called char_length. So if I put any function into this, that means the name of any column, what it does is, it counts the number of characters in these lengths. So once I run this, I get all the characters. So in order to make the answer precise, what I am going to do is, I am going to write it like this. So first name and the last name, and in the next column I have these character lengths. So I am going to rename the column as, now here you have the column name as this now. So char length concat this thing, you have the column name as this thing, so I have to rename that. So I will rename it as character length. Okay. Now once I run this, okay, so my spelling Okay, last name. Now the first name, last name, and the character length is 15. So as you can see, this is the answer for the first question. The first question is asking the number of letters in the full name. So full name is comprised of both the first name and last name. Just to give an example, I just show you this one. So select Charlen. If you put anything inside this, that means I just type my name. So remove all the period. So once I run this, I get all the characters. That means there are 17 characters in my full name. Full name is my first name and the mid name and the last name. But here if you put spaces between them and then I run this, you have extra 2 spaces. So 17 plus 2 is 19. So a space is regarded as a character. So that's why I used the concat function. So if you replace Charlen with concat and run this, now all these values are, you have to okay, all these values are combined. So next what I am going to do is, for the second question we have, now the first question is over. So the second question they are asking, Sinhala language and literature, find the number of letters in this word. So that's also an easy question. So select, you can use the function concat as we used earlier. So concat, and next we have to put the value of the subject. So in the subject table we have the language and we must put it here. Now once I run this, I get the total. I get the sorry, here you have to mention the function called Charlen. Here you have an underscore here. So Charlen. Charlen. Now you have to put here the subject. Now once I run this, I get the number of characters in the Sinhala language and literature is 29. So just to be specific, I'll just rename the column. So number of characters. Okay. Now you have number of characters as 29. Okay. If you want to be a little more specific, you can place the subject also. So subject dot subject name. Just leave it. Okay. Okay, it's better if you just leave it here because they are asking only the character length. So that's more than enough. So for the third question, they are asking, find the number of letters in the full name of students in the grade 11A class. Okay, now they are telling us only for 11A. We have 11A and 11B. They are asking us only from 11A. Okay. Now if you can remember the concept of join query, so what I am going to do is select all from database dot the student table, and I am going to inner join the class table. And now I have to give a condition. My condition is student dot class ID is equal to class dot ID. Okay. Now once I run this, I get the student table and the class table connected with each other. Now as you can see, you have 11 A students and 11 B students. Okay. Now what I have to do is I have to give a condition where class name should be equal to 11A. Okay, now I have only the students of 11A. Now I'll need the first name, the last name. Now you get only the first and last names. Now next I am going to concat these. So concat first name and last name. Now I get the concat value. Now what I am going to do is inside this I have to use the function charlen. So charlen, and the concat function goes inside this. Now once I run this I get charlen and I get the character length. Next I'll rename the column as character length. Okay. Now I have the first name and the last name and the specific character lengths of these values. So Sandun Wijeratna, when you take the full name as Sandun Wijeratna, you have 15 characters. When you take the full name as Sachitra Wickramasinghe, you have 23. And likewise Amanda Moses 11, Dilan Vijayawardena 17. Okay. So that's the end of the third question. So next I am asked to prepare the first name of all students of 11B in capital letters. Okay. Now what I am going to do is I am going to select all from db final dot I need the student table, and I am going to inner join that with the class table on the condition that the class ID of the student table should be equal to the ID of the class table. Okay, so when you are mentioning the names of columns, you have to mention them inside gray vessels. So this symbol is called gray vessel. So once I run this, I get both of the tables connected. Next, I have to give a condition where class name should be equal to 11B. Sorry, it's not 11A, it's 11B. Okay, now I get only the names of students of 11B. Now I'll need the first name. Okay, in the question they are asking us only the first name, so I'll get the first name. Now I have all the first names, and I have a function called upper. When you put this upper function inside the column, what it does is it transfers all the letters which are inside to uppercase. It pushes them to uppercase. Uppercase means in capital letters. So in capital letters, I'll name it as name in capitals. Okay. So I'll just mention the first name and last name also. First name and last name. Okay. Now once I run this, I get first name, last name, and the first name in capital and the first name in capitals. Okay. That's the end of the fourth question. Next question, question number 5. Prepare the names of all the students in simple letters. Okay. So the names of all subjects, prepare the names of all subjects in simple letters. So what I have to do is select all from database and I have the subject. Now once you run this, you get all the details of the student. That means the subject ID and the subject name. That's all you have with subjects. So I'll need the subject name. Once you run this, you get the subject name, and I'll need them in not upper classes, but I need them in lower classes. So lower classes. So all the values are transferred to lower class. So I'll just rename this as subject name in lower case. Okay. So subject name in lower cases, mathematics, science, and Sinhala language and literature. Okay. That's the end of the fifth question. So the last question they are asking, find the average of the marks obtained by Amanda Moses student in 11A in all term examinations. That means we don't have to specify the term in the subject of science. Okay. So as usual, we have done these type of questions many times in our previous questions. So select all from the database dot the marks table. We have all the marks in this table, and I'm going to join it with the student table. So the student table, and join the student table on the condition that the student index number of the marks table should be equal to the index number of the student table. Now I have the student table connected to this. Okay. Now as they are specifying us the class, we also have to mention that. So inner join the class table on the condition that the class ID of the student table should be equal to the ID of the class table. Okay, now you have the class table connected to this as well. So I don't need the exam term table. So I'll just join the join the subject table. So inner join subject table on the condition that the subject ID of the marks table should be equal to the subject ID of the subject table. Now once I run this, I get the subject table connected to this as well. So in this question we have connected 4 tables. One is the marks table, student table, class table, and last the subject table. So they are altogether there are 5, but we altogether there are 5 tables in the database, but we only selected 4. Okay. Now we are supposed to filter out the details. So the first detail is I have to first condition is first name should be Amanda and the last name should be Moses. So now we have all the details of Amanda Moses only. and we must specify the class name. So class name is 11A. Now we have filtered out the same details because Samantha Moses is not in other classes, only in 11A, but according to the question they have specified us that it's 11A, so we just introduce that. So next we have to mention the subject name, and the subject name should be science. Okay. Now once I run this, I get all the details of only science. So for all terms means for first term and second term. Okay. Now I don't need all these details, I just write the ones that I need. So first name, last name, subject name, and I'll be needing the average. So last what they are asking is the average of the marks that he has obtained for both the terms. So here he has written the science exam for first term and second term. Amanda Moses have written the science exam for the first term and the second term, and they are asking us the average of the marks that he has obtained in both terms. So I must write here as the answer column as average mark for science. Okay. So my last answer is first name is Samantha, last name is Moses, subject name is science, and the average mark for science for both the terms is 80. Okay. So that's the end of the last question, and that's also the end of question number 30. So I'll see you guys in the next video, that is question number 31, which will be uploaded in the near future. Maybe will be day tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So let's see. So I'm just asking you to just tune into the channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you can hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. If you are understanding the contents, and if you like these contents, just subscribe to my channel and leave a comment if you have any questions about these database management systems. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.